Hello. This video will go over how to submit a research idea through the new web grant system for the Research Office. You can also use the Research Needs Statement and instructions to assist you, and those instructions can be found on the Research Office website under the State Research Process and Submission webpage. First, you'll need to go to the new web grants application page located at grants.tdot.tn.gov/index.do. From there, you should already have registered previously. Our information is added here automatically, and we'll go ahead and sign in. From there, you'll see the dashboard that every applicant will see. And on the left-hand side, you'll see the funding opportunities. Go ahead and click that. This will take you to the currently posted funding opportunities page. From there, you'll navigate to the fiscal year 2022 Call for Research Needs Statement title. And as a note, all opportunities that are available for applications will be marked as posted. Click that, and it'll take you to the funding opportunity details, where it'll line out for you any important information like contact information, maybe any project dates. And then down below you'll see the description, which matches the one from our Research Office website. Make sure to read this in detail to ensure whatever you are providing to us as a research needs statement is in line with what we're asking for. And at the bottom you'll see the website link, where you can also find the same description without having to go through the login process through web grants. From there you'll click Start New Application. The first section here asks you to fill in the application title and the primary contact. Go ahead and fill that in. Primary contact. Click Save Form Information, and you'll stay on the General Information section, but now it will provide you an application ID, and then it'll ask you for the organization that you're applying from. Click Save Information again. And then you'll want to add any additional applicants. At this point, you'll be able to type in the initial part of anyone's name. Do make sure that they have a registered account. Include them, and then click Save Form Information again. At this point, you'll be brought to the Application Details page, and you'll see that you've already filled out all of the general information, and the only section that still needs to be filled in is the Research Needs Statement, and you will click that. Here's the editable application page. Here you'll fill in the text boxes with pertinent information. Make note here of the character limits to ensure your research statement details can fit within the parameters. First, you'll fill in the project description. We'll just add something generic. We still have quite a few characters left, so don't be shy. The next question asks you about related research projects, and you'll click yes or no. It will not count against you if your idea is not from a related research project from TDOT Research, but it will help us understand whether there may be project overlap or any redundancy issues when doing literature reviews. As an example, we'll click yes, which will then include a conditional prompt where you can add whichever project it might be related to that TDOT's already done. Next, you'll go to the urgency and anticipated benefits and the potential for implementation sections. These sections do not need to be perfectly thought out, as many projects will change over time as results come in. However, also don't overstate the benefits or implementation potential, as this may count against you in the review process or further down the road in the evaluation of projects. And here we'll just add some generic information. That might be the way you might format it so that it's easy for reviewers to look at. The next sections have drop-down menus. The first one, you'll select up to 3 divisions that could benefit from the results of this project. And what you should keep in mind here is that these are divisions that will also review the idea. This helps the research office categorize which divisions to send it to and who might review it. And for the strategic research priority themes, those were noted in the announcement, and you can choose from them here. We'll just make one up, and please only pick one. Then provide any keywords relating to the project. This will help the research office and reviewers understand what the main focus of the statement is, and will assist with any library cataloging done for the project. Here we go. A couple of examples that you might consider. And here we've separated them with a semicolon in case they might have multiple words separated by commas anyway. Lastly here, you'll put in the authors. You'll see we've already added an example. What we'll want to make sure of is that if there's anybody from outside the organization that is applying and wants to be considered as an author, please make sure to add their organization separately, perhaps in parentheses, something to denote where someone else might be. This may seem redundant, but we do need you to provide all of the authors again for when we submit these to our reviewers. At the end of the application, you'll also need to select yes to the acknowledgement that the idea will come under the ownership of TDOT. As a public entity, our efforts are meant to be widely available and benefit the public good, and that's what this acknowledgement serves to represent. From there, you'll click Save Form. As you can see, this has now brought you back to the statement completed, and it will show you all that you've filled in. You can go ahead and ignore the formatting here. It does look a little strange, but this is not how it's going to look to our reviewers, as we'll download it into a CSV file and then share it via SharePoint for them to actually do the review. But what's important here is that if you need to edit it, you can use this button. It'll take you back to the editable form. And once you're done, you can click Mark as Complete. But you're not done yet. All that means is that you've completed this component. At this point, you're free to preview the application, submit the application, ask a question, or withdraw it. When you preview the application, it'll take you back to a form of the document, which would be more so how it looks to us when we receive it. Of course, this won't be the final form, so it's not quite as important as it might be for a proposal in the future, but it's just to show you what's going on. You'll see that you don't have any other option than to go back to edit the application, which will take you back to the application details page. Just as a note, if you click the Ask a Question section, this is sort of meant to be an FAQ kind of question for everyone to see. Of course, it says be careful what you post. What you write is meant to be inclusive, as sort of a shared document, not necessarily for the research office to see by itself. Of course, you'll click Save if you've asked a question, and then it'll be added. Lastly, you can also click Withdraw. We do want to make a note here that any applicants are limited as a single researcher entity or a single submitter to only 2 ideas. This is to help us have a timely review process. So if you have an idea and maybe you've already tried to submit 2, you can withdraw one that you don't like, or if you just don't want to be considered at this time, you can always withdraw anyway. And then the last option that you have would be to submit the application. Let's say you're happy with it, go ahead and click Submit. If you're okay with the permanence of your decision, they just want to double check, and you'll click Submit again. The next page that you come to will be the Current Applications page, and you'll see the status of all your applications here, of which there should only be 2 that are in submitted status at most as of the September 27th close date. You will also receive an automated email that you've submitted a statement. The research office will as well. You can go ahead and let us know if you have any specific issues by emailing us directly at tdot.research@tn.gov. And of course, those generic questions can be submitted through the Ask a Question function on the application, and that can help your fellow researchers if they might also have the same question. And that's it. Thank you for submitting an application for the fiscal year 2022 Call for Research Needs Statements. We hope to be reviewing your proposals again when the call for proposals opens November 29th.